Alright, so here's questions 1 to 4. Let's go with number 1. The charges on a monthly water bill are 0.86 per meter cubed of water used plus a service charge of 4.49. Let C equal to total charge in dollars and W total amount of water used in meters cubed. Which equation represents the relationship between C and W? So let's write down our formula. C, where the total cost is going to be equal to 4.49 plus 0.86 per amount of water used. So $4.49 initially, and $0.86 or $0.86 or 86 cents for every meter cubed of water used. So let's look at which formula matches this. If we look down here, we know that H matches this perfectly. So the first answer is H. Let's move on to number 2. The graph below shows the runner's distance from the starting point of a race over time. Let's look at what he did. So we know that he was moving for the first part. So number 1, he was moving. And then for number 2, for this second part, he was resting. So for number 2, he was resting. For number 3, once again, he was running. Number 3, then he was resting. Number 4. And finally, for number 5, he was running again. So if we count, we have 1, 2, 3 times he was running, and 1, 2 times that he was resting. So let's look down here. Ran at 3 different speeds and took 2 breaks. This is the perfect one for our question. So let's move on to question number 3. The graph below represents the cost to belong to a local gym. Which equation represents the graph? So we have to find the relationship between, or we have to find the rate in which the cost is going. We obviously know that it starts at 100 because it's going up by 200s. This graph is going up by 200s in the y-axis. So if you fill in the blanks, it will look something like this. We know that it starts at 100. And we also know that for every 2 months, as you can see, it's going up by 50. So for every 2 months, so if in 2 months it goes up by 50, 2 months, it goes up by $50, how much would it go by 1 month? So 50 over 2, and we just do 50 divided by 2, which is 25. So we know that it starts at 100 and it goes up by 25 each time. Let's look at what best represents this. Well, we can see at question number D that it starts at 100 and goes at 25 per n, or when n being the amount of months. Now let's move on to question number 4. Which equation represents the line on the graph? So once again, we have to formulate a line or formulate a formula. We know that it starts at 30, right? And we know that it's going up for every 100. So for every 100 kilometers, it's going up by 10. So from 30 to 40, it's 10. So we know for every 100 kilometers, it goes up by $10, right? So let's put that in a division, right? 10 divided by 100. And if our answer is going to be 0.1. So let's look at which best represents our what we found out. We know that it starts at 30 and it goes up by 10 or 0.1 each time it's being distanced. We know that A best represents this formula. So thanks for watching this video and see you next time.